Okay, so state of charge is 81%, gas range 177. Hindi ko pa yan pinapakargaan magmula nung kinuha kahapon. So tingnan natin yung consumption natin today. Good morning, Friday traffic. Ano yan? Oh, Android. This is the Friday morning traffic. Going to school. Look at that. It feels so good na wala tayong coding. No coding today, otherwise we would have left so much earlier kasi yung Subaru is coding kapag Friday. And school bus tayo today. We have 2 schools to go to. Entire day hanggang Friday night. I mean later tonight. So matetest talaga natin how efficient yung battery. So like I said a while ago, we started around 81%. We'll be driving to 2 different schools back and forth. Tingnan natin kung gaano kalakas yung mako-consume yung battery. So this is how bad the traffic is. It's gonna get even worse later. Day one. So far, okay naman. There's one thing lang that I realize. Ang laki niya. I feel so small inside. Tignan niyo yung pillar sa likod. Oh. Nasa likod na likod ko. Nandito ako. I don't know bakit nung ni-review ko to, hindi ko napansin. I know it's big, pero siguro excited ako to focus on the features para ma-share ko sa inyo. Pero actually even during the second look, hindi ko rin napansin. I know maluwag siya, pero kasi marami kaming sumakay during my second look, di ba? Pero ito kasi, ngayon ko lang talaga inupuan na as in, ngayon lang nag-sink in sa akin. Malaki siya. Mamaya re-reviewin ko yung dimensions. Yung dimensions niya sa labas, parang feeling ko kasing laki nung dati kong Ford Everest. Mababa lang siya ng konti. Pero yung dimensions, malapad, mahaba eh. Inside, definitely mas malapad to kaysa sa dun sa dati kong Ford Everest. Maluwag. Definitely. Pero yeah, that's how it feels driving it. So anyway, school bus tayo today. Like I said, I'll be driving entire day today. And yeah, please join me. Tingnan natin first day experience with the SL6. Ayan. So, first drop for the day. Look, oh. So, we've driven, hindi ko napansin. I think we've driven around 5 kilometers. Since I'm running on motor only, talagang na-emphasize yung yung road noise or yung tire noise. Pero it's not as bad as I first thought the first time na ni-review natin to. Now that I'm driving on familiar road, and syempre alam ko yung road noise dito, it's actually not so bad. Kasi naririnig ko siya with zero engine noise, di ba? So, sanay ako dito sa area na to with my eyes, with my internal combustion engine. And halos pareho lang. So, what if may tumutunog na engine? Hindi ko rin naman pala masyadong mapapansin. So, anyway, hindi ko pa to sobrang galing from the dealership. I haven't done any change dito sa instrument cluster or anything. Everything is from the factory. Should I say factory settings? Well, except for the time. Yun lang ginalaw namin. So, I haven't really checked kung ano yung, hindi ako familiar dito sa tire pressure. Yung unit of measure na nakalagay is kPa. Sanay tayo sa PSI. So, mamaya kakalikutin natin to. And, yeah, so we are now back in EDSA, southbound. Okay, we are back home. And look at that. From kanina, tama ba, 81% tayo nung umalis. So, 73 na lang. We consumed 8% of the battery charge. And then, hindi ko nabantayan yung trip meter, pero medyo familiar naman ako dun sa route. I think we've driven around mga 10 kilometers. Mga ano kasi, almost 5 kilometers yun one way. But yeah, rough estimate. For 10 kilometers, moderate traffic, 8%. Okay? So, we'll see pa later. Like I said, maghapon tayo magdadrive ngayon. School bus tayo ng mga bata. Hi, BYD. Open sunshade.
The blind is open.
Oh, she calls it blind. Nice. Hi, BYD.
There's a Tesla.
Make coffee for Hannah.
Sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
Ayan, hi guys. So this is our second trip for the day. May Achi, our Achi is back there. And of course, kasama namin si Hannah, my daughter from another mother. Oops! Joke. Best friend ko yung mother niya. So, carpool siya sa amin today. And yeah, so this is our second trip for the day. And hindi masyadong matraffic. So far, state of charge is 66%. Gas range is still at 177 kilometers. We have not spent a single drop of gasoline since this morning. Actually, since last night when we picked this up from the dealership. So, wala pang nagagastos. And yung distance that we traveled, we are now at 48. Pero, hindi ko kasi natandaan yung starting point namin kanina. Later, I'll make a summary. But, yeah, just letting you know that we're still at 66%. Since this is still on break-in period, ang advice ng CASA is to set the SOC at 50% para mag-engage na yung gas engine. Kasi nga naman, if we keep on using full EV tapos laging charge yung battery, baka umabot na kami ng ano nga ba yung first PMS nito? 3,000 nang hindi umaandar yung engine. So hindi na be-break in yung gas engine, di ba? So that's the whole point. But so far, this morning going to the first school, last night pala, going to BGC for the launching of the Seal 5, then back home, then this morning going to the first school back home. Wala pa kaming ginagastos ng gasolina. And then eto, we're going to Quezon City. Ihatid ko tong dalawang girls. And ngayon pa lang ramdam ko na yung tipid. And Hannah is so amazed.
Yes.
Mabubudol natin si mami mo. No?
Yes.
Tell her to buy this one also. No?
Masya-shock siya.
Yeah. So we'll see how the SL6 perform later, because this is a familiar road for me. So alam ko yung feel ng suspension. I've been driving this route with the Ford Everest before, and then the Subaru. So mako-compare ko. And if you recall, the first few times that I reviewed the SL6, sabi ko medyo naririnig ko yung road noise, yung because of the low profile tires. Parang siguro, I can say medyo mali ako doon. Kasi siguro, yun nga, the first time na test drive natin, there's no engine noise. So, na-isolate talaga yung sound niya. But now that I am driving it dito in this road na familiar nga ako, nako-compare ko yung road noise dun sa Ford Everest and then sa Subaru. And parang pareho lang sila. But we'll see. Medyo traffic pa. So, this is where we are right now. Ayan, you can see the traffic. So, medyo ano din medyo malakas din kasi now we are at 65% state of charge. We started at 90 kagabi, 81 this morning. So, mga ano na rin, almost 20% na rin ang nabawas sa battery. So, it really depends din, So, just like the gas engine cars, pag nasa traffic ka and loaded, talagang mas malakas din of course yung consumption. But the big difference is that the price. So, titingnan natin how true that the SL6 can really go up to, sabi ni BYD is 105 kilometers, di ba? Pag full EV. So, ako naman estimate ko, kung naka-SOC tayo ng 50% na nakaset siya to trigger the generator, then from 105, that should be mga 52.5. Right? So, tingnan natin, kaya. We'll see. We are now here in this, packet tayo ng flyover. So, familiar tayo dito sa yung road condition dito. To those of you who are also driving this path, this route, alam yung approaching the flyover here is really rough. So, tingnan natin. Whoa. See that? So there's the four of us, kaya medyo planted yung suspension, so maganda yung laro niya. Pero I think the three of us already agreed kanina. Si Madam Peya and then my daughter, our Achi. In terms of comfort, definitely mas comfortable to dun sa Ford Everest, yung suspension. And then medyo stiffer siya kumpara sa Subaru XV. Parang we think mas komportable pa rin yung Subaru XV. Konti lang. Ayan. And here comes the traffic. Inayos na pala nila. Ayan, no? Bagong patch yung mga asphalt. And dyan tayo kumakalabog before, And here comes the traffic. Ayan na. We're still on time, right? Anong oras na ba?
ETA is 52.
10...
It's
10:42.
10:42.
What time's your class? 11?
11.
Okay. Sakto lang tayo.
Don't say that yet.
Talaga? Dito?
Oo.
Maliit ka pa dito ng what? 15 minutes?
Maybe. I don't know. Depends.
Wow. Am I on the right lane?
Yes, po.
Kasi mas familiar tong mag-drive tong dalawa dito
Right most.
Right most? Okay. Okay, mamaya na ako magdadaldal kasi baka magkamali ako ng pasok.
Malabas tsaka.
Okay, so we are now almost here in our next stop. It's now 11:04 a.m. and it's 34 degrees outside. AC is set at 24 degrees and it's malamig. Pero medyo lang, clinose ko yung sunshade kasi although there's cold air from the AC, pero yung liwanag ng araw medyo uncomfortable, so we had to close it. So yeah, as I was saying kanina, all sides windows and the rear naka medium tint, and then the front windshield is light. Yung sunroof, I forgot kung anong nasabi kong ipalagay dyan, if it was light or medium, pero
It's medium.
yeah, according to my daughter, mukhang medium daw kasi same nung nasa sides. So yeah, to those of you who have been following us since the Ford Everest time, learning from the Ford Everest, kasi yun super dark ko yun, all sides and rear, and then yung front medium. So this time medyo mahina ng mata, one level down ko. So instead of medium sa front, ginawa ko ng light, And instead of super dark sa sides and rear, ginawa ko ng medium para hindi difficult to drive in the evening. So, we're gonna turn here. Oh my God, nakakita na naman ako mga woods, mga trees, open space. Parang gusto ko na mag-camping this weekend. Feeling daw niya car seat siya. You remember yung toddler years mo? Ikaw lang naman ang behave na napapaupo ko sa car seat eh. Si Dichi hindi. Mukha bang car seat tong upuan? Okay, so siya naman daw magdadrive. Ayan. So, anong oras na? 11:56. Magto-12 noon na. Anong temperature sa labas? Tumaas na, no? Anong nakalagay dyan?
Wait.
33.
33.
Pero kanina nag-34 tayo, ah.
Continue on C5.
So,
300 meters.
So far, ito palang itong shade na to that covers the sunroof. Medyo manipis lang pala, no? Ayan, no? Makikita nyo yung reflection ng araw. Nagre-reflect siya. Pakita ko sa camera. Pag mainit na mainit, ayan, no? May reflection. And nafe-feel ko yung heat. So mabuti na lang at nagpalagay tayo dyan ng mabuti na lang at nagpalagay tayo dyan ng tint sa taas. Nagtatalo kami kung light lang ba or medium ang ipalalagay. Sabi ko kasi pag nilagay medium, baka too dark naman, hindi mo na ma-appreciate yung liwanag, kaya nga nag-sunroof, 'di ba? Or yung view outside. So kanya-kanyang preference, you just have to find the balance kung anong gusto mo. So I think kung medium ang nailagay namin dito, mukhang pwede na. Sakto lang siguro yung medium. Now, one of the things na nag-a-adjust kami right now kasi ayan,
Mainit.
as you can see, mainit no? Ayan, no? And
Lighting.
dito, hindi ako sanay na may nararamdamang init ng araw eh. Kasi nasanay kami dun sa Ford Everest na super dark ang lahat ng gilid, tapos sa front naka-medium. So eto nga, naka-light lang to ngayon. So medyo similar dun sa tint ng Subaru. But again, yun nga, sige, okay lang yan. Medyo may konting init. Kasi mamayang gabi naman, pag masyadong madilim, mahirap din mag-drive. So, konting taste na lang siguro sa araw. Or, konting sanayan lang siguro ulit. So far, ayan na. Naririnig ko na yung mga tunog ng suspension, ng gulong dito sa Kalayaan. So so far, kaya mo mag-drive maghapon?
Oh,
Hindi ka mapapagod?
huwag lang malubat.
Huwag lang malubad. Ano naman kung malubad? May gas ka naman.
Sayang ng gas.
Sayang ng gas. Sinasabi ko sa'yo, mag-adjust ka dito sa pagdadrive mo para in such a way na ma-take advantage mo yung regenerative braking. So kapag familiar ka naman dito sa route na to, pag aakit ka ng flyover, yung mga portions na pababa, dyan ka na mag-glide. So siguro, halimbawa, approaching ka pa lang dun sa pababa, medyo tapak mo ng konti para may buwelo, and then mag-glide ka na lang pababa. So later on, habang tumatagal, matatansya mo na rin yan. Basta abangan mo kapag alam mo yung dadaanan mo pababa, doon tayo babawi sa sa kuryente para mag-charge ulit yung battery. And here comes another traffic. Ayan. So guys, just to give you an idea, etong routine namin na to, with the Ford Everest and the Subaru XV and even my previous cars, yung traffic ng area na to, ang konsumo namin dito nasa 5 lang. 5 kilometers per liter. Okay, malapit na tayo makarating sa bahay, and so far 41% ang remaining, ang state of charge. Yung range ng gas, it's still the same, 177. Hindi pa tayo gumagamit ng gas. And total trip, nasa 73.6. Okay, so we are now on our way to the school again. This is what our last leg. So yung kaninang hinatid natin this afternoon, susunduin naman natin. So can you guys just imagine how busy our Friday is? Just driving the kids to school and back. So kaya we are really consuming that amount of gas. So just imagine when after we sold the Ford Everest, so naiwan na lang yung Subaru and coding siya kapag Friday. Yung hassle na iniiwasan namin yung hours mag-aantay yung bata sa school. And sometimes, pag hindi na talaga kaya ng isang car, we have to, minsan hinihiram ko yung sa sister ko. Or sometimes, yun, mag-grab na lang kami, which is expensive. So, anyway, at the end of this day 1, we will see how many kilometers we traveled, city driving, tapos how much percentage,
Turn left onto Doña Julia Vargas Avenue.
Or I mean how much battery ang na-consume. Okay? Ito na ang totoong traffic ng EDSA. Dito na uubos ang gas natin. Nag-average lang tayo ng mga 12 to 15 kilometers per hour. Sabi. Okay, so we are almost there. State of charge is 28%, and total trip 85.7. So nung kinuha ko to sa dealership last night, nasa ano siya 18 yung nasa trip B, and yung state of charge was 90 kasi charge nila. So kapag titingnan mo, mukhang totoo ang sinasabi ni BYD, ano? Yung kiniklaim niya na mileage nito kapag naka full EV. Kasi right now nakaset
In
to
200 meters, turn left onto Lacandula Street.
ayun. So at nakaset kasi siya for the meantime, just for this day 1, sinet ko siya na 25% dun sa
Take the next
yung
left
auto,
onto Lacandula Street.
yung tawag dito para mag-trigger na yung generator pagdating ng 25%. So, yun lang ang one of my objectives for today is makita ko lang, ma-estimate ko lang kung yung kiniklaim ba niyang 105 kilometers na pure EV is realistic. And mukha namang realistic. So, ayan. Tingnan pa rin natin, although hindi na siya pure EV later kasi pag pumalo na siya ng 25%, magcha-charge na to. But yeah, we'll
200
see.
meters, turn left onto Village B.
We'll see kung ano naman ang behavior niya pag nagcha-charge. So, nandito na tayo sa school. And one last drive na lang pa uwi. Okay, now, finally, I can hear it. Ayan, nagcha-charge siya. So, there's a very minimal humming sound. Ang ganda. Hindi siya masyadong maingay. Na halos, ayan, tumigil na siya sa pagcha-charge. Umakyat na siya ng 26. Kanina, nag-20, parang 24 siya kanina eh. Ganun pala. Okay. Hey guys, so nakauwi na tayo. So let me just do a quick summary of our experience. How was day 1 of owning and driving this BYD Sea Lion 6? Alright? So number 1, I really felt so small sitting here sa driver's seat. Ngayon lang nag-sink in sa akin. Ngayon ko lang na-realize kung gaano kalaki tong sasakyan na to. Honestly, it reminded me of my previous Ford Everest na malaki siya. I think yung dimensions, length and width, halos pareho sila ng lapad. Na feel ko when I park in BGC nung nag-participate tayo dun sa launching ng Seal 5. Yung parking na pinag-parkingan namin, medyo familiar ako doon, and yung maneuvering, medyo careful. I can compare with the Subaru XV. Mas maliit siya and mas madali. Ito, this is really a big car, but I can say it's perfect for our family, perfect for a family of 4 or 5. So pagkasama ko yung mami ko, so 5 kami dito. I would say very comfortable to for long trips, which is something that I like to do. Pero if you are a smaller family or you're looking for a car na just good for 1 or 2, medyo malaki to for you. So yun lang first impression ko. First impression ko sa day 1. Okay? Number 2, I finally heard the gas engine. So, na-trigger siya nung bumaba na yung state of charge, kasi ang minimum na masaset mo dito, there's still a lot of things that I need to learn dito sa settings niya. But so far, ang pinakamababa na may set mo yung state of charge ng battery is 25%. You cannot go any lower than that. Kapag pumalo na siya sa 25, mag-generate, aandar na yung generator. And yun nga, kanina narinig ko siya. And I'm glad na finally narinig ko siya. And hindi siya annoying. Yung tunog ng engine is like, you know, when you are idling sa, with a gas engine. Diba, what's the typical idle speed ng gas engine? Let's say yung mga 1.6, 2.0. I think it's around mga 700 to 800. Nagbabari naman yung ano niya, depende sa load, di ba? Pag umaandar yung AC, tumataas. But just imagine, naka-idle ka with your gas engine car, tapos i-rev mo siya ng konti, paketin mo ng mga 900. So, di ba parang, ganon. Hindi naman 1,000 or pataas, maingay na yon. So, yun lang yung comparison ko para magkaroon kayo ng idea. Ganun lang siya katahimik. In fact, nung tumatakbo na kami sa EDSA, tapos samahan mo yung talbog nung gulong, yung road noise, tapos yung humming niya, nagbe-blend na sila, hindi mo na ma-identify kung saan galing unless super sensitive ka. Okay? So, that's number 2. Number 3, yung kiniklaim ni BYD that this Sea Lion 6 can go up to 105 kilometers na EV range. It's true. Hindi siya chismis lang. So, based on our experience, naka 70 plus yung kapag binawas ko, kasi when I took this from the dealership, meron na siyang 18 kilometers na tinakbo and na-charge siya doon up to 90% state of charge. So nung tumakbo kami going to BGC, and then yun nga, the entire day today, ang tinakbo niya is about mga 7, I would say 70. Hindi ko na masyado maalala yung numbers, but rough estimate mga 70 kilometers. And yeah, definitely possible yung 105 kung itutuloy-tuloy mo talaga, isasagad-sagad mo. If you guys remember yung review ko about the Sea Lion 6, bago ko pa to nabili, di ba nag-compute tayo na 105 less 25%, ang remaining nun is about 73. So pag makakapag 73 kilometers ka bago mag-kick in yung generator. Parang naalala ko yun yung estimate ko. And now, na-test ko with my own car, totoo nga. Right? So, it's true. Tama yung kiniklaim ni BYD. And, also take note, di ba, nagkaroon sila ng team na gumawa ng North Loop. Ang kiniklaim lang ni BYD, mga 1,200 ba yun? Pero nung actual na test drive na ginawa nila, pagbalik nila ng Maynila, pumunta sila ng Lawag, di ba? Pagbalik nila, may sobra pa, nag-drive pa sila ulit sa Subic. So parang ang naging total distance traveled nila is mga 1,600. So realistic ang mga kiniklaim ni BYD so far. So another thing that I noticed, nung bumaba na tayo sa 25% SOC, bumababa na siya ng 23, 22, napapansin ko, yung generator, parang hindi pa rin siya madalas umandar. Parang yung logic niya, parang yung algorithm niya is gagamitin niya pa rin yung motor as much as possible. Kasi very low speed na kami kanina sa EDSA. Tumatakbo kami ng mga 10 kilometers per hour, ganun average. So, yung bitaw ko sa pedal, dahan-dahan lang. So, release, mag-glide lang ng konti, takbo ng mga 1 meter, titigil na naman. So, siguro nasa-sense niya and hindi niya pinapandar yung engine. So, yun yung napansin ko. So, kaya siguro the more na matipid. Okay? Yun yung observation ko. Kaya, at some point, bumaba yung SOC as low as mga 20. And then, kung kailan naman kami talagang naka-full stop, dun ko na siya maririnig. Aandar na naman siya. Aandar lang siya ng mga 15 to 20 seconds, tapos mamamatay. Next is the road noise. Okay? So, nakalikot ko na nga yung display natin and I found out na nasa 45 PSI pala yung mga gulong. So, mataas yun. And kanina lang sinilip ko yung nakalagay ditong label sa may door. Ang required PSI lang niya on all four is only 36. So, lagpas tayo ng 10 PSI. Kaya pala medyo maingay at matalbog. Okay? So, I'm going to adjust that. Subukan kong i-adjust tomorrow. Anyway, may compressor naman tong kasama sa likod. Ibababa ko siya sa 36 and we'll see. And I'll provide you another feedback sa sunod nating video. Next is yung total distance travel natin. Rough estimate lang. Mga 70 before nag-kick in yung generator. Sabihin na lang nating mga kasi 85 minus 18, sabihin natin 67, okay? Sa 67 kilometers, 67 kilometers, kung gagamitin ko yung usual na consumption ko with the Subaru XV, umaabot lang yan ng mga 5 to 6 kilometers per liter. So, itaas ko na, gawin na natin 6. Okay? 6 kilometers per liter. So, 67 divide by 6. Nag-11 liters siya. Okay? 11.16 liters. Napadaan kami kanina sa Petron. Yung presyo ng gasolina ngayon is nasa 58. So, 11.67 times 58. 647.6. Mga 650 pesos dapat ang nagastos ko today sa gasolina lang. Paghatid sundo sa mga bata, 2 schools, hatid sa hapon, sundo. Ganong katindi yung traffic on a Friday. So, ano yan? 647 dapat ang nagastos ko sa gasolina. Pero wala akong ginastos with the Sea Lion 6. Ganon katipid. Okay? Now, ang hindi pa natin dyan ako-compute is yung Subaru kasi coding siya pag Friday. So, paano na? Kung wala tong Sea Lion 6 na hindi coding, mapipilitan kaming isa sa mga trips dun, isa dun sa mga sundo, mag-grab kami. Mahina na dun ang 300, 400. So, very easy 1,000 ang isang Friday namin. Pero with the Sea Lion 6, wala akong nagastos na gas. So, ito yung sinasabi ko, 'di ba? Yung initial yung purchase price mo pa lang dahil mura siya, may malaki ka na agad na savings. That's a very, tangible return on investment. Kita mo agad andyan. Kung may 2 million ka, bibili ka ng hybrid. Kung ikukumpara mo to sa closest na competition nito from the leading brand, may very easy 400,000 kang masisave. So kung negosyante ka, mapaparoll mo pa sa sa business mo, baka in 6 months madoble yung 400,000 mo. Or if you're an employee, niloan mo to, yung monthly mo 400,000 in 3 years. Magkano amortization yan? More or less 14,000, 15,000, may interest pa. So malaki. Ito yung sinasabi kong immediately ramdam mo agad. Pagbili mo, may natipid ka. Everyday na paggamit mo, may bumabalik sa'yo. Di ba? Very, very amazing. Alright, so yeah, that's it. See you again in my next update. Alright? Thank you for watching. Drive safe. Bye. Please do not forget to follow our social media accounts. We are on YouTube, Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok.